Duel Links can get expensive, like really expensive, with the best decks running 2 to 3 copies of super rares and ultra rares from various boxes. It can be intimidating to start building a new deck. However, not every good card is restricted by a paywall. There are numerous affordable, yet still extremely powerful cards in Duel Links that should be easily accessible to even the most free-to-play duelists. In this video, I'll be breaking down 5 of my favorite cards that can be put into most decks. I'm not going to say every deck because there are exceptions. All of these cards have seen competitive success and are definitely cards you should have at your disposal in your climb to King of Games. A lot of rogue decks struggle to get over larger monsters. With 3000 attack being the standard for boss monsters, what better way to deal with them and protect your monsters at the same time than World Legacy Clash? World Legacy Clash is a quick play spell card that reads, banish one face-up monster you control until the end phase, then target one face-up monster your opponent controls. That target loses attack and defense equal to the original attack and defense of that banished monster. Because this is a stat modifier, it means it can be activated during the damage step, and if you were to banish your monster that's being attacked into during the damage step, your opponent cannot replay the attack. This card opens up a lot of decision trees for how and when you use this card and whether you use it offensively or defensively. World Legacy Clash has potential to see play for a long time, and it's only a rare in the Blazing Rose bots. One of the most powerful equipped spells ever printed in Duel Links is just a rare from a bots. A mini bots, no less. Dimension of the Wizards, in case you're wondering. That card is named Power of the Guardians and reads, if an attack is declared involving the equipped monster, place one spell counter on this card. The equipped monster gains 500 attack and defense for each spell counter on this card. If the equipped monster would be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can remove one spell counter from your field instead. Basically, you get free counters for attacking or being attacked into, which boosts your attack incrementally, and as a bonus effect. Power of the Guardians provides fantastic protection for your monster from battle or card effects. This equipped spell fits extremely well into many decks that play a defend the castle sort of game style, where you sit on a big boss monster and push for big damage. For added synergy, Power of the Guardians, while on the field, can protect your Red Eyes/Dragon from battle or card effects numerous times per turn, depending on how many counters you have on it, while Red Eyes/Dragon can protect Power of the Guardians from pesky targeting removal such as Cosmic Cyclone, or you can use Power of the Guardian itself as fodder for Red Eyes/Dragon's effect. Power of the Guardians is an extremely versatile card that you should definitely consider when building your deck. Gale Lizard is in fashion as the prime generic flip effect monster. While Neo stats have a 1-turn kill option with Gale Lizard, most people don't have Gale Lizard, as it was an ultra rare in Chaotic Compliance, a bot set that most people have very little reason to dig in besides for, well, Gale Lizard. However, Duel Links has given free-to-play players a completely free alternative to Gale Lizard in the form of EVILSWARM HRAESVELGI. When flipped face up, this card targets one face up card your opponent controls and returns that target to the hand. Non-destructive removal is amazing, as the metagame has ways of protecting boss monsters from destruction, such as Neos Fusion for Brave Neos or Diamond Core of Kawaki Mirror for Kawaki Mirrors. HRAESVELGI can also bounce back face up spells and traps, which also comes up sometimes, such as being able to reset the counters on a card like Ancient Year Castle, can save you from an Ancient Year Reactor Dragon summon next turn. The fact that EVILSWARM HRAESVELGI is free means that every player, even those with terrible luck with bosses, should be considering this card for their decks. Snipe Hunter has a long history in the TCG as not only a really good piece of spot removal, but it also sets up the graveyard with extreme ease. It was so good that it found itself on the ban list for several years. But while Snipe Hunter is in Duel Links, it is an ultra rare in a mini bot. So what's a good replacement for it? Kawaki Mirror Ice, a rare in the Gaia Genesis bots. By discarding a card, you can destroy any special summoned monster on the field. Unlike Snipe Hunter, this destruction is guaranteed. While it is a bit more situational than Snipe Hunter, as it can't destroy back row or normal sound monsters or set monsters, at this point in Duel Links, almost every viable deck special summons to some degree, so Ice is fantastic in most matchups. With a meaty 1900 attack stat, you can run over a lot of monsters that you can't destroy with its own effect. It's also worth keeping in mind that you can destroy special summon monsters that are face down, which means that Ice can come in clutch in the Subterror matchup. Though Ice is destroyed in the end phase if you don't send an Iron Core of Kawaki Mirror from your hand to the graveyard or reveal a continuous spell card from your hand, Kawaki Mirror Ice can fit in many decks as a great replacement for Snipe Hunter, and if you really like Kawaki Mirror Ice, or just Kawakis in general, you can consider using some of your gems towards getting Diamond Core of Kawaki Mirror, which not only searches Ice, but can also banish itself to protect Ice from its destruction during the end phase. Most, if not all, TCG players know how potent hand traps are in the metagame with such heavy hitters like Ash Blossom, Droll Lockbird, Thanos Dragon, just to name a few. Duel Links also has some hand traps, and one of them is readily available to every player, Skullmeister. Previously only available from an event, it's now in the card trader, so if you don't have 3, you really don't have an excuse. Skullmeister's effect, for those who don't know, reads that when a card effect is activated in your opponent's graveyard, quick effect, you can send this card from your hand to the graveyard to negate that effect. There are so many decks, meta decks especially, that have cards that activate in the graveyard that you will want to negate. For Blue Eyes, you can negate the White Stone of the Ancients. For Ancient Gears, you can negate GEARTOWN and Ancient Gear Fortress. For Subterrors, you can negate Subterror Nemesis Warrior. For Red Eyes, you can negate the search effect of Black Metal Dragon. There are just so many things you can negate with Skullmeister, and it's always potent. Skullmeister also has a respectable 1700 attack, so if you have nothing but a Skullmeister in your hand, it can serve as a pretty decent beat stick. Desperate times call for desperate measures, as they say. So that'll do it for the list. I like making content that I believe helps the average player in Duel Links. For people on a budget or with no budget at all, it can be risky to dig into the latest bots or hunt for high rarity cards, as you can waste a lot of gems that way. Hopefully this list helped you find some cards to put into your next deck or improve your current deck. Stay tuned for the next video coming out sometime this week or next weekend. It's an exciting topic that took about a month to prepare for, so subscribe if you want to stay up to date when I upload. Follow me on Twitter, Twitch, all that jazz in the description, and thanks for watching.